friends, and welcome back to another fabulous Sunday. Wasn't VBS fun? I know I sure had fun. My favorite part was the drive-in movie because I got to see all of your faces. Now this week, we're continuing to learn about the fruit of the Spirit. And this week, we're focusing on patience. I know we all know a little bit about patience because we have to do it sometimes. Like standing in a really long line for like a fun ride at the fair. Or maybe we're waiting for our favorite holiday, like Christmas. Oh, I know, I can't wait for that. And maybe our birthday. I know some of you have had birthdays and we have to wait so long for our birthday. Well, all of those things are all worth the wait. So just like worshiping on Sunday, we can worship every day. It's just a lot more exciting when we do it together. So let's all stand up and let's worship and sing together.
I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. 'Cause God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You together, your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. Make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Today, we're continuing with our series of teachings on the fruit of the Spirit. Do you know what the fruit of the Spirit are? They're found in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 and 23. Let's read them. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. These are the things that should be growing in our lives as we learn to grow in the Word of Yahweh. Today, we will be looking at patience. So, what is patience? It's been said that patience is the ability to accept, or at least put up with, delay, trouble, or even suffering without getting angry or upset. Can you do that? If things don't always go your way, how do you react? If you think about it, that can be kind of difficult at times. If you had patience, you most likely wouldn't say things like, "Are you done yet? Hurry up! Waiting! Are we there yet? Oh, for crying out loud, what's taking so long?" You know, things like that, especially with those kinds of attitudes. Those are things we most likely wouldn't say if we had patience. The thing is, you never really know if you have patience until a time comes when you should use it. I mean, that's only when you need patience, right? You don't need food till you're hungry. You don't need water till you're thirsty. You don't need air until, well, I guess you need air all the time, but you get the point. Until you're faced with a circumstance that calls for patience, we don't really think about it. But there lies our problem. If we don't think about patience until we need it, we'll never have it when we need it. That means we need to prepare our patience for when we do need it. Think of it this way. Does the soccer team only think of winning when it's game time? Does the baseball team only think of winning when it's game time? Of course not. They practice. They practice a lot. That's what we have to do as well. We need to work on our patience. Work on it even in times when we don't need it. That way, when we do need it, we'll have it ready just like when a soccer or baseball team practices for their games. The Apostle Paul kind of talks about the same thing in 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 9:24. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like a man running aimlessly. I do not fight like a man beating the air. No, I beat my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to the others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. So what's Paul saying here? He's saying he is constantly preparing himself for the work Yahweh has for him. We need to do the same. Just like the soccer and baseball teams, we need to work on making our patience stronger, even when we don't need it at the moment. Let's look at Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. It's something we need to purposely put on every day. Patience doesn't come by accident. It comes when we prepare ourselves to be patient. A good way to prepare yourself in patience is to constantly remind yourself that you don't have to have things your way or in the timing you want them. Is it easy? Not always, but it can be done. Patience. Start working on your patience today. Work on it every day. That way, when you need it, it will be ready. Then others will see his patience in your life. Plus, your life will be a lot less stressful. That means life will be a lot more fun. We hope you've enjoyed this teaching. Remember, don't just listen to the word. Do what it says. That's the only way to grow. Until next time, Shalom.
I learned that I need to practice patience more, that's for sure. How about you? Well, I think we can start by waiting for that perfect, delicious dessert to bake or to set. Sometimes, it just takes so long. Like Jell-O, it takes forever to be jiggly. Sometimes you just can't wait. But we have to be patient because it's going to be real good when it's done. So right now, I want to know what Carly has for us to learn about patience. Let's see what she's cooking up for us. I can't wait.
Hi friends! So glad you're back today for our Fruit of the Spirit series. Today we're learning all about patience. Now, I feel like patience is one of the more difficult fruit of the spirits. Like, everyone wants joy in their lives, everyone wants to be happy, everyone wants peace in their lives, everyone wants to be peaceful, but does everyone really like to have patience? No, not really. I don't wake up in the morning and think, I hope that my kids really frustrate me today so my patience can be tested. No, that doesn't really happen. You probably don't think, I really hope that my mom gives me 1,000,000 chores before I can go outside and play so my patience can be tested. No, that's really not how our minds think. Patience is something difficult. We want things to go smoothly, and it would be nice if we didn't have to wait for the fun and exciting things. Am I right? Now, I've made some pudding here. I really want to eat it right now, but it says that I need to wait 5 minutes according to these instructions to let it set. That seems like such a long time. Maybe I should just have someone right now. What do you think? Let's give it a try. Oh, it's actually really, really runny. It's pretty gross. No one's gonna want to eat that. Man, patience is so hard. Let's just put it in the fridge while it sets. I know you can't see it, but my fridge is right here. Who is is a really, really good example of patience. God is. Think about it. When your mother tells you to maybe go take out the trash, or your dad says go pick up the poop outside, or maybe your teacher says that you need to complete an assignment, and you really, really don't want to. You're thinking, man, I don't have time for that right now. I don't want to do it. That's when I want you to think of God. I want you to think, what would God do? God has every right to be mad at us and angry with us and lose his patience with us because we're sinners. Even though we try, we still sin. But does God get angry with us? God actually had a bigger plan for us than we could ever imagine. Instead of being angry with us and losing his patience, God decided to send his son Jesus on earth to die on the cross for our sins. God loved us, and he had an enormous amount of patience with us, and he decided to forgive instead of staying angry. God sets an amazing example of patience. Well, I think time's gone by now. You want to check on our pudding? I know I do. Let's go check on it. All right, so after we've waited and being patient, we should have some pretty delicious pudding. That looks much better, don't you think? Because we did the right thing and we were patient. Remember what our pudding looked like before we waited? It was runny and it was gross and no one would want to eat that pudding. But after waiting and a lot of patience, we ended up with some pretty yummy pudding. Now the next time your mom asks you to do chores before you could do what you want to do, and you're starting to feel really angry, you're like, no, I really don't want to do that. Don't argue with her. Don't tell her no. Because what's gonna happen? She might give you more chores than you had before, and you're gonna have some consequences that you really, really don't want to deal with. Kind of like how we didn't wait and we had runny pudding. But if we act like God and have patience, your mom, she's going to be proud of you for obeying, and soon you will be playing and reaping the rewards of being patient. Just like how we waited for our really yummy pudding. When we live by God's fruits of the Spirit, it allows God's Holy Spirit to dwell in us, to live in us. The more patient we are, we will reflect God. Every day we sin, and every day God is patient with us and forgives us. If God can do that, shouldn't we try to be patient with other people too? I think so. Okay, friends, I hope that has encouraged you to practice patience every single day. Now go have fun and learn the memory verse, and I am going to eat this pudding. Bye everyone, see you next time.
Hey there, y'all ready to learn this week's memory verse? Let's get started. It's Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Alright, let's make it a little interesting. Got a soccer ball here, and when I lift it high, I want you guys to yell the part of the verse when it's high. And when I lower it, get quieter and quieter until it's at the bottom, and I want you to whisper. Alright, you guys think you can track with that? Let's start. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Alright, let's do it again. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Alright, let's do it one more time. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Alright, I want want to see you guys practicing this week.
It was great having you join us today. I challenge you to play a racing game in slow motion. Just so that you can practice some patience this week. And may the Lord have his face shine on you and be gracious to you. Have a wonderful week, my friends, and we'll see you next time, okay?